hear me now? Okay, that should be good now, right? Yeah. Welcome, Steel. I didn't say anything until I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything until after you'd already said the IM speed, and then after that, the only thing I said was "Hello, people," and then "Hi, Steel. Are you doing your best Lightning McQueen impression?" You can hear the snow, and I can read the steel. Crazy. How's your day gone, Steel? Did you survive it so far? Yeah. I love that you painted your nails, but what? I did not Doctor Stole My Blood. Well, drat. Apparently I need to go get water. Hello, Steph. How are you? I'm enjoying your reading. A blood drawn for a test. And how's that related to you painting your nails? What color did you paint them? And yeah, the thing about like family not being a fan. Hello, Via. My parents have not been fans of me painting my nails either. Like, there were so many times where I like looked at my dad and I'd see his eyes be on my nails and he'd like internally sigh. It looked like for me. Black and pink. This was months ago. Feel free to send over a picture. The color is purple. I think this is purple. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Pretty sure it's purple. A person wanted me to paint them that color, so I figured, hey, why not? If I don't like it, I can always repaint. And I go with pink a little too often, to be honest. I still need to go get water, though. So I can actually follow. I got paid to drink. Totally have to do it now. He basically did an internal Hank Hill. I don't know that reference, actually. I know it's King of the Hill. I know the character. I don't know what he's known for doing. He goes like, God dang it, Bobby. That boy ain't right. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the impression I got of it. And then my mom has also never really been a fan of it. Nor my long hair. But she kind of, I don't know, begrudgingly accepts it. I don't know the right terminology. She knows that like I enjoy it, so she kind of supports it, even though it's clear that she's not the biggest fan. So she's got like the reason I have this is because she got me it on Christmas several years ago. But how are people? How are people's days? How's that been good so far? My mom just I silver linings. You okay? Have you been up to anything recently, Via? Any fun concerts? Any cool guns? Eaten anything nice with your partner? plant a manhole crystal in front of a conservative dad. I'm sure he would be a big fan of that. I have no idea how the situation works out for her. I hope she's okay. I don't really talk with her outside of occasional messaging and server. Ooh. How is it a new design or anything, or is it just like better of something you already have? Maintenance. What's wrong with using a cotton ball nail polish remover? I tried that, but like it takes forever. Like I go through so many cotton balls, and it just like doesn't even remove the nail polish. For some reason, it just feels like it sticks so much to my nail, regardless of what I do. I don't even know if I'm doing this right. New wish to brand is Q on the monolith directory. Also, you need to apply for a new silencer. I hate using the cotton ball method, but I thought the cotton pads worked better and cleaner. I think it is cotton. Actually, no. I had a few cotton pads, but I don't think I've had any for a while. For a bit, I tried using just like household paper, whatever it's called. Feels weird. I think it's mostly gone now anyway. There's a lot of it like under my nails though, which I hate, but oh well. When are you gonna paint your nails? When your nails are close enough for me to paint. Just kind of an ocean away at the moment. Alright, I'm gonna go get the promised water. Sounds like a threat. No. Unless you don't want your nails painted by me. In which case it is a threat, I guess. They're illegal. We have to apply for a tax stamp to be able to legally possess. Okay. The entire discussion about guns in the US is so weird. Between like how different states handle it, and the weirdest things are banned or restricted, and the things that you would think are just aren't. I feel like they really should be standardized a lot more in how it works. Have it be obtainable, but like make sure that there's a process you have to go through to actually get one. Freedom? Yeah, but it's not. It's not freedom though, isn't it? It's like halfway between freedom and not. Standardization is communism. True. I thought that, you know, the ability to walk into any building and trust that it's not going to collapse meant, you know, freedom from, I don't know, pain. But really, what I should be watching out for is the freedom for companies not to actually make their buildings safe. I find a lot of things with the American freedom conversation. Basically, I don't think that like all of what is said are lies, but a lot of the things I've come across seem like just Americans justifying to themselves like, well, but we, like surely because we have. Like we call ourselves land of the free. Like we must have things that are more free. Like we have the free speech, like it must be freer than in other countries, like it has to be. And it's like a lot of the cases just straight up not. But people are so convinced that it has to be because like it has to be worth it. Something has to justify it. There's lots of guns around here. This place is not fun. Yeah. That's another thing. I don't necessarily think that we should just blanket ban all guns, but it's definitely way too easy to get guns in a lot of places around the US. And stuff like open carry without any like single carry without license, stand your ground laws. Or the building not being up to code, just make your own building. Yeah, what's that? Ayn Rand, Andrew Ryan, and whoever else walk into a bar and they all die of poisoning because there is no standard. Yeah, stuff like that. It's like, that's just insane. Florida doing that. Yeah, stuff. What were the countries you were considering? Was one of them? That was in Russia. You visited there and you thought it was nice, but didn't want to move there. I feel like you must have told me about this before. I don't know if you mentioned any specific then, though. Sweden? Sweden is a pretty good country. Ooh, Japan. Do you speak any Japanese? Yeah. No, I just had it in my head that you'd visited there. I think you had a story of a person you went with about the difference in your approach between you and them. They can't lose a woke army. They're second strongest army in Russia. Oh, that's cool. Which is hiragana? Is that the simplified Chinese? There's hiragana, katakana, and kanji. One of them is for transcribing foreign things. One of them is like the simplified that you can spell anything in, and one of them is the, like the one that's traditional Chinese thing-ish. Right? I don't know enough about Japan. Okay, yeah, that's that. So far, that goes along with what I thought. I learned Hangul a bit ago, but it hasn't stuck with. Damn, I wonder how Steph is gonna handle those scathing allegations. Allegations that you are a weeb, apparently, I think. Or maybe he called me a weeb, I'm not sure. Steele, you gotta learn to socialize with people. Are Sweden and Japan like the... Well... well, first... are Sweden and Japan like your top two choices? I can highly recommend Sweden. Oh yeah, I don't think I shared with you the last pictures I took. No, I did. I just remembered. I didn't share it with you. I shared it in the server from last night's walk I took. It is so pretty outside right now. Okay. Self-admitted weeb. I don't know. I don't understand why. Shouldn't have been that. Do you have anything you want me to sing, Steel? The thing that popped into my head first is "Life Is a Highway" by Rascal Flatts because of you quoting Lightning McQueen earlier. Taylor Swift. I mean, I haven't listened a lot to her recently. That is true. I had Enchanted on the bus home after I got groceries. Rebecca rode up on the afternoon train. It was sunny. Her sawbox house and her coaster man of St. Louis. Bill was the heir to the Standard Oil name and money. And the town said, how did a middle class divorcee do it? The weather was charming, it felt a little gauche. So far new money goes. Picked out a home and call it Holiday House. Pot was tasteful if a little loud. Doctor had told him to settle down. Must have been her fault his heart gave out. And they said, there goes the last great American dynasty. Who knows if she never showed up what could have been. There goes the loudest woman this town's ever seen. She had a marvelous time ruining everything. Sweden weather seems nicer in Japan. I don't think with Japanese citizens not. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. You'll be very welcome to Sweden. I can tell you that much. Though you'll struggle practicing Swedish because a lot of people will be like, "Oh my god, I get to practice my English. That's so cool. I get to show off how good I am at Swedish at English," and like they're pretty good, but they're not amazing. That's gonna be your experience in most places. I should have called you last night to say. Would have been pretty fun actually. I don't think it would have helped much. I think the one thing about moving to Sweden is it's kind of difficult before you have access to like a personal ID number. Once you have that, Sweden is really nice and stuff like that, but before then it can be very difficult because a lot of things require it. Men speak English. Du har helt rätt. Varför skulle jag någonsin vilja prata engelska? Det skulle vara hemskt. Jag skulle hata det. Yeah, like America has the you have the really flimsy card as a, what is that, social security number, where it's like printed on essentially cardboard in some states, and it's just like, that's not, because you have the freedom not to be tracked by the government, except that you still will be tracked by the government. It just won't be very efficient. And you're just like shooting yourself in the foot. But you can say that you technically don't have something. You know, I've been backward learning Swedish and practice until I sound native. I mean, if you need practice, like I'd love to help. I find that one of the things, like learning French, one of the things I've struggled with the most is just like finding people to practice with, because I haven't really tried to do that, even though that is another thing. But like finding relevant media to practice on, because sure, I could just search up anything in French, but like not everything is good to learn from. That's not Swedish. The Swedish word for meatball is köttbulle. Ooh, that sounds fun. You need to update me on that. Talk to Sonny, he's French. I don't know who Sonny is. Did you say shotgun? No. No. Köttbullar. Oh, and can you guys tell the difference between kärna and stjärna? Because one of them means core and the other one means star. Kärna, stjärna. There's also the difference between andan and anden. One of them means... The first one, I would think you could hear the difference if you like listened a bit more. Kärna, stjärna, kärna, stjärna, kärna, stjärna. Alternating between them. The second one is just stupid. Like I don't feel like I hear it, but like I know there's a difference. You see my server with some var and stuff. I probably have interacted, but like I can't just I almost just directly translated the Swedish phrase. I can't just say immediately what it is. So yeah, the first one, the star and core, I would think most people could hear the difference, at least if they like really pay attention. But the second one, andan, one of them means the duck, or I think it's like specifically like the mallard. I'm not sure, and the other one means the ghost or the phantom. No, not the phantom. I don't know. It's not ghosts, but it's a similar word. Not phantom, not spectral thing, apparition. Like there's a lot of things, and sometimes they have slightly different connotations in different languages. Yeah, the duck or the mallard. Andan. Yeah, because we don't have... Okay, so linguists stuff. There are... Languages can have something called noun classes. They can also have genders. And there's a debate going on talking about how actually gendered languages are just very simple noun class languages. Because there's fundamentally no difference between them. There's just that one of them has a lot more of them than the other. And genders also came first from languages, and talking about sociological things stole that from languages. So in this case, it's actually first. Anyway, and there's a similar debate going on between pitch accented languages and tonal languages. So the fact that we have it's not a lot of words. You can probably list off like 20 cases at most where the pitch actually matters for meaning in Swedish. And that's it. That's the only time it ever really matters, and even then you usually understand it through context. But you can argue that that's a simplified version of a tonal language like Chinese. Photo of their kid. Okay. Just text back something like, "Oh, sorry, I'm not hungry right now." Rebecca gave up on the afternoon, gave up on the road Alan sat. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Yeah, it means bison from the city of Buffalo. Bully, that bully bison from the city of Buffalo, bully the bison from Buffalo. You can also have police, police, police. I think my favorite one of those is the what are they called? Grocery attendants? Grocers? The grocer wanted thought that the sign saying fish and chips would look better with a dash between fish and chips than a space. That is true. It's a correct sentence, but it's not. It's theoretical, sadly. Furious green ideas. No, what is it? Colorless green ideas sleep furiously. That beautiful nugget of wisdom from. Was it Noam Chomsky? I don't remember. I'm not good at this. Anyway, that story about the grocer. Well, when you write that down, then make sure to actually note what is between. What did I say again? Fruit and veg, fruit and then veg. Fish and chips. Yeah, I changed it because that's the more like I've heard two different versions and I just mixed them together. Good job, me. Fish and chip shop owner, the owner of the local chippy, as the Northerners would say in Britain. Yeah, if you ever read that, if you ever write it down, keep in mind what you have between fish and chips. And that is 21 ands in a row. That technically makes sense. You can continue doing that multiple times if you want to. What's the other one? Well, John had Will had a big better effect on the teacher. Well, John had Will had. No, well, John had. Yeah. Well, John had Will had a bigger effect on the teacher. And of course, who could forget garden path sentences like the old man, the boat, or the complex houses, married and single men and their families. I think a nail polish remover in this, and it's not turning as well as it should be. Damn, what is bro yapping on about? I can't even say it right. I haven't really painted them perfectly. Like, my nails are long enough that they kind of, I don't know if you can see, they kind of bend so much at the edges that it's like, it's kind of straight once you go to a certain point. It even bends at this angle for like a small portion of it, which means that if I only paint top down, I'm not going to get it because I have to actually go like under and slightly up. I don't know if that's a me issue or like a common thing for people painting nails. And I should do stuff like top coat and undercoat and all that kind of stuff, but I've never had the patience for it. So it's Minecraft 15th. How is Sweden celebrating? I don't know if Sweden is celebrating the fact that Minecraft turns 15 years old. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't heard anything about it in terms of Sweden celebrating it, to be clear. But I also don't really keep track of news or anything like that, so I wouldn't know even if there was something. There's a server I'm in though, that I've been quite active in. There's a Discord server that I've been moderately active in for a while, and they started a Minecraft server a few days ago. So I've been at the forefront of that, and I probably have among the most hours. There's probably been about 30 people that have played. 35, 40 maybe. Maybe 20 active people. And I'm probably like among the top 3-4 most active, or like the ones that have come the furthest. I don't think that's a brag, but just like that's what I've been up to. It also depends whenever they get long. If you're not careful, they start digging into your skin. Yeah, money is the issue. Like you can set it up quite not like it's not too difficult if you have two computers. You can have one just hosting it from and then the other to play on. But then you need 2 PCs instead. It's a really nice color. I'm trying to. The word that pops into my head is burgundy, but like, is that? I can't remember if that's red or purple. I mean, this color is kind of like red or purple. I'm not sure. Yes, Via. Still don't have housing. Yeah, that's slightly problematic. I really hope you manage to get out of that soon. Super expensive place. What? I've never worked at a super expensive place. Exclusive? I haven't worked at one of those places either. No, I was basically office sitting for a while, and that ended 2 months ago now, 3 months ago. And I've done tutoring, which has been going well. I don't have any tutoring currently though, because of it being summer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, tutoring is usually from the comforts of my own home, luckily. And it just Zoom links. But there's not been anything with that the past week-ish because of summer. And who knows how I'll continue with it later. Hopefully I'll find a proper job. And while I do enjoy some of the work with that place, I don't enjoy all of the work. So if it did get to the point where I do a proper job that I work 40 hours a week on, then I might just not continue with it. What age group? I think it's been everything from 18 to 33, 30. So like some like somewhere between early to mid 30s was the oldest. And it's skewed higher. It's basically been a few people between some like 18, 19, and then several people between 24 and low 30s, and not much between the two. I thought there was going to be slightly younger. I thought it was going to be like 15 through 18 for the most part. 40-hour 9 to 5 generally terrifies me. Yeah. Same. I'm not thrilled of the prospect, but I'm on one hand I'm terrified of it, but on the other hand, like, I think that I'll get used to it. I just need more experience with it. Rebecca gave up on me, Rhode Island said forever. Flew in early, bitch back, friends from the city. Filled the pool with champagne and swam with the big names and blew through the money on the boys in the ballet. And loosened on card game bets with Dolly. And they said, There goes the last great American dynasty. Who knows if she never showed up, what could have been? There goes the maddest woman the sun has ever seen. She had a marvelous time, ruining everything. They said she was seen on occasion, facing the rocks, staring out at the midnight scene. And in a few with a neighbor, she saw a dog and died a key lime green. 50 years is a long time. Holiday house sat quietly on that beach. Free of the women with madness, their manner but habits, and then it was bought by me. You probably have. It's a Taylor Swift song, and I'm pretty sure that I sang it multiple times before because it's easily one of my favorite songs of hers. It's called The Last Great American Dynasty. Yeah, she has a lot of good songs. That's what it is, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, if you got close to solving a Rubik's Cube without looking up a solution, then you're better than, 90% of cubers. Because people just look up the solution. People just look up like the instructions on how to do it, and then they follow that. That's how I did it. I have since come up with my own way of solving it that didn't use any of the strats that I have learned online. It is purely from like my own intuition and stuff like that. Took me years and I lost the cube. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I got it pretty close when I tried it as well. I vaguely remember finding the cube and it had everything but these three. Like, these three were swapped. So it looked like this. So it's like everything is correct except for three of them needs to be swapped. And I'm pretty sure that I got it to that state, but I have no memory of actually doing that. I don't know how I lucked into it. And then I promptly, made it worse because I had no idea how to actually solve it from there. Now I know that all I need is a simple algorithm, but I didn't know that then. I used to know one person in uni who figured it out by himself. And there were also 3 people in uni, I think, that I taught myself. One of them still has one of my cubes, even though it's 4 years later now, 5 years later, since I last saw him. He felt bad and wanted to give back the cube, but I just not keep it. I'm glad I taught you this algorithm, estimate using AI. It's not quite the same thing. Actually, though, I was helping a friend. I haven't programmed lots on my own recently, but I have been helping a friend occasionally when she asked for it, and she had to deal with making a simple machine learning thing. We had to program McCulloch-Pitts neurons and put them together in what's called a perceptron, more commonly known as a neural net, where you have inputs and then you have hidden layers and then you have output. The first one was just a very simple one where you give it a bunch of Boolean inputs, and then you had to find if you had to go through all the different solution spaces and see if they were linearly separable. And you had to do this using this machine learning thing where it's every time it found something wrong, it just slightly adjusted the weights, and got that to work. Everything about it worked surprisingly well. And then what happened after that was we had to brain. Um, After that, we had to work on the NIST data set. The low quality numbers are like 16 by 16 or something like that of handwritten digits, and train them on that. And we had to deal with back propagation and actually including a hidden layer because we didn't do that in the first one. And it was kind of fun. I wish I did better on it though. I worked for a solid like 10 hours on the first day reading up on it and sitting with it, and it's just like got absolutely nowhere. And then I woke up the day after and was like, okay, I think I got a grasp on this now, and sat down and got it within an hour for the first one. And the second one I still haven't really cracked. Like she did it on her own, the back propagation stuff, and I haven't really taken my time to actually look at it. I think I could do it if I took my time, but I don't. Burgundy is like a purple to me. That's what I thought. Like I think that this is like burgundy, right? It's like a dark purple. It's the similar thing with solving blindfolded. I've solved it blindfolded 3 times, I think, maybe 4 times, in like 20-25 attempts, and I could easily like train more, but I just never sit down to actually do it. It probably takes like 10 minutes for one attempt for me because I'm slow to solve it blindfolded, and I just like never have the patience to do that. I have read a lot recently though. I'm happy with that. Well, I haven't read much the past like week, but I did read 5 books in less than 2 weeks. Bring out the color code. What's that? What do you say? You want me to pay Pantone real money so they can tell me exactly what color it is I have because they've named colors? Need a scale. I don't know what you can use for scale. Like I don't know what I have that's actually. You want different purples to compare with? Here, have some purples. Purple, damn. Is that orange pale? This one? In real life, no. On the image, it is, yeah. It's pretty vibrant. This one is also darker in real life than on the picture. Though they still aren't very close. This blue seems pretty accurate though. If anything, I'd say that it looks more vibrant on my monitor. Slightly. But I don't know how that matches up. Pale Cyan, yeah, that's a pretty good description. When am I gaming? I need to show my micro speedrunning skills of using the command console. I don't think that counts as a speedrunning skill. Also, I didn't know Minecraft had a command console. Unless you mean just using commands, but it's not a console though. Almost every time I paint my nails, I'll paint them and I'll make sure that they don't get chipped or anything, and then I'll get lazy towards the end and I'll always chip at least one a little bit. Every time. I need to take a shower soon though, then I'll probably hop back on the Minecraft world. I said to them that there are some friends on there, and I said I'd be back like in an hour, and it's probably been an hour now, and I still need to take a shower before I actually hop on. It's been 90 degrees in my room. It's not been fun. It's not been enjoyable. I'm not a fan. Yeah. I miss seeing with you in Quizle and stuff. Yeah, that was fun. I wonder what we actually could play. What did we play last time? We could probably play Bloons Tower Defense, right? Am I thinking about it right? I'm trying to type sideways because my keyboard is on the side to move it out of the way. There we go. Jackbox Party Pack Not Safe for Work Edition. I don't think there's a Not Safe for Work Edition. Some of the games there are pretty fun. I struggle paying enough to actually really. I am curious how that will play out actually. I jokingly asked if someone had played strip chess in the micro server. Not to everyone there, but like in the group we were in. It was like 4 of us or something. I asked it there because of strip mining, not meaning strip mining. So after when I played strip chess, and one of them actually had with their old boss, and it's like, what? How does that? I don't know. I'll try to get back to streaming more. It's not like I don't have the free time. It's just stressful to go live. I have multiple games to play too, so it's like there's really no excuse not to, except for looking dumb if I do. You strip while mining? No. Steal, 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 steal. Semi Cube is kind of almost annoying for me now because like it's it's already not made for me because I have like somewhat bigger hands, but then the nails make everything even more awkward every time. Anyway, I think this will be it for me for today. I did what I set out to do. And I got to hang with some friends that I don't see too often, which is always a nice plus. I'll try to stream more soon, if anyone cares about that. People may say I can't sing, but no one can ever say I didn't sing. Huh. That's an interesting one. Makes me think back to when we used to play hockey and football, or soccer as the Americans call it. Like, of course I wanted to be good, but the important thing to me wasn't if anyone like thought I was good. The important thing to me was that like I didn't want anyone to ever I didn't want anyone to ever be able to say that when I was out there I didn't give my all. I might not have done good, but I always tried my hardest. If you can't sing, you can probably rap. Hopefully, well, like, yes. And Steel, isn't that why people rap? Because they can't sing and they still want to be musical? No. Have you heard Hardware Store by Weird Al Yankovic? He does a rap of, I think it's 30 seconds of uninterrupted naming of items that he did in one take, in one breath. This actually it's whatever. I can this is too confusing. Unless it was in the movie, then yes I did. I don't think it was in the movie. I'd be surprised if it was. What did you think of the movie, by the way? I have not seen it, but you know, it's Daniel Radcliffe and it's Weird Al. So, you know, I can only presume that it was pretty good. Did you hear Lamar rap to give Drake a kid? No. I also have no interest in anything to do with either Drake nor Lamar. My nails are just like barely getting too long now, where it's slightly difficult to type. Like literally a tenth of an inch shorter and it would have been fine. Yeah, I'm leaving in a minute too. Just wanted to see if I could find this. No. Gave me a keyboard? Oh damn, that's crazy. Just see if I can actually type. Anyway, I think that is it for me for today. So thank you everyone and anyone who stopped by, whether you wrote in chat or not. Do I rate someone? Who can I rate? I should rate someone. Why not? I know who to rate. Raid the Capitol building? What's the difference between the American what's the difference between Capitol building and Mordor? One does not simply walk into Mordor. Take care, people. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.